they always call me a dainty princess.
I like it sometimes, but that was ridiculous.
I know how to lose weight better than anybody. You're a lie.
You a lie.
I just don't do it. I mean, I am dumb, so I need people to know that.
No one cares!
Like,
Beanbags and hurt.
mental things is scary. Like,
Books is good for the brain.
I use proper grammar no matter what I'm doing. This video is so raw, you guys. A disrespectful piece of daddy. I used to be a green onion.
That ass, though.
So we're on our way to work.
No, we're on our way to McDonald's.
Hi, y'all, and welcome back. Today, the Handbeast uploaded a pretty interesting video we're going to check out. It's titled, The Truth About FBI Frank, with screenshots, voice memos, DMs, and text messages. I'm sure most, if not all of y'all, have heard about the FBI Frank story. It's personally one of my favorite ALR lies. Well, today she is going to try to dispute it. Thank y'all so much for being here, and let's get right into the reaction.
Hey guys, welcome to another Reactland video. I figured we should do one about the FBI Frank story. Since then, people have been literally trolling me about this story. I want to clarify exactly what happened. Did I actually lie about this? Or do I have proof that it did happen? Okay, so today we have a mukbang and a story time for you guys, which I am so excited for. It's actually like really random and weird. So in this video, I'm actually in my office, and that picture that's behind me is this beautiful woman, and her nipples were out. Yep.
She's such a creep. Literally, what was the point of saying that?
We have water is what we were drinking today. Wow, your girl was drinking water back then. I need to take my advice, because I have not drank a drop of water in weeks, and I'm not joking about that. And what we are eating today is Singapore rice noodle, which is so freaking good. This is what it looks like. I'm telling you, life is so much easier when I just filmed mukbangs. Such easy content.
Oh, please, don't get on my nerves, girl. All of your content is easy content. You sit on your shelf all day and whine. That's it. You don't even edit. Ugh, she truly has no clue how easy she has it.
Like, eat a good meal and just talk while you're doing it. But it's not fun to react to. It's not fun to watch, I will say that.
Also, I do want to say, y'all, that Big Al is the one who edited the older video in, so she's purposefully not skipping to the FBI Frank story part. She wants us to watch her eat. Is it for a new feeder? Is it because a reaction gives her an excuse to show us her eating? Either way, I'm going to edit all of the eating out.
Story time. So being on YouTube comes with a fair share of disappointments. I mean, amongst amazing things as well. But something that I consider a disappointment is like telling people to off themselves or threatening to off someone. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. These people hide behind keyboards and they can say whatever the hell they want with no consequences whatsoever.
Okay, Damon White.
There has been like this idea floating around, which I feel like is such a good idea, that like if you're going to be on certain social medias, like you have to show your ID with that username. So if things are being said that are extremely scary, like ultimately like hardcore harassment and threats, like your username and your comment or your messages are linked up to your ID. I think that's such a freaking great idea. So last October or November, I was simply just skimming through the comment section of my YouTube, and I usually get a lot of people saying mean things to me. And none of it has ever like made me feel any sort of way. Nothing scares me, nothing like that. It all just makes me feel like uncomfy. But there was one that I remember reading that kind of like was like, this is how all scary movies start. It was saying how they know where I live, they're gonna off me. They said they live nearby, like this whole thing. And I remember reading it and being like, I actually took a screenshot of it. This is the only time I've ever done this, like actually been kind of like scared of a comment. I'm really annoyed because I actually do not have the screenshot of it. Obviously, like all of this happened in 2021, but it wasn't until February 2022 when the FBI actually tried to contact me. And then I actually didn't even upload this story time until March 2022. So yeah, through all the shuffle of it all, I definitely do not have that screenshot anymore, sorry. Well, as I'm taking screenshots and stuff, and sending them, I remember I sent it to Becky, a couple other friends of mine. I was like, what is this? Like, what is this? So I guess some of you, so I want to say thank you, actually found that comment and was scared by it as well because, dun da da, I get a message on Instagram from my ex's sister and said, the FBI showed up for you. She sent me a picture of like the card that the FBI gave her. The FBI said, contact her because we need to talk to her. I was terrified. And all of that is true. That very much did happen. And here is a screenshot. I blocked out any personal information, obviously. Here is actually the screenshot of the person messaging me and telling me about it, and then also sending me a picture of the card that the FBI gave them.
Okay, so the screenshot shows somebody texted her, hey, so the FBI came to my parents' house today looking for contact information for you. They said you weren't in trouble, they just need to talk. I don't think anyone has your number, and the rest is blurred out. Amber responded, what in the world? And sent 2 audio messages. The person then responded, thanks. That's crazy that they reached out for that specifically / saw it. I'm glad it wasn't anything serious.
I had a panic attack because I had to sit there and think of my life. I was like, literally, did I do something that I don't remember that I did? Like, honestly, I was so terrified. I was like, what is happening? And that's low-key downplaying it. I was genuinely scared. I was so confused. Do you guys ever get that feeling when like you see a cop, like you're in a car and you see a cop and they're behind you and like literally you think that you've done like the worst crime in the whole world even though you've literally done nothing? I am not the only person who feels this way because there are memes about it, and that's genuinely how this situation felt, but like on steroids, like a million times worse. I don't know why, but the FBI didn't know I lived here. So this right here is one of the reasons why people are like, this story is so fake. Like, how does the FBI not know where you live? And that is a question that I also have myself. I truly have no idea. Obviously, immediately, I end up calling the number that is on the FBI guy's FBI card. I was so scared. Some woman picked up and she was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna call the FBI guy Frank. And here the new side character is born. Why not? So Frank was like out of the office or something, and she was like, I can give him a call like on his personal cell phone to get like a hold of you. What was that voice? And in my head I was like, why does she want to like bother him on his personal phone instead of just like leaving him a message? Like, what did I do? Oh, so scared. I was like, what is the promptness of this? Like, why do they want to talk to me this bad? So I said, thank you. Yes, call him if you want, like whatever. And I'm a very patient person, but like situations like this, I don't have patience. I was like, oh my God, I need to know like what is happening. Very random fact about me. I'm usually normally a pretty patient person, but like in this situation, I didn't even know what the word patience meant. Like, I needed to know right this minute, like, why did FBI Frank want to speak to me? Just imagine the FBI trying to contact you guys. Like, it puts you in a headspace that you didn't even know, like, you had. So, it wasn't even 45 seconds after I hung up with the receptionist, Frank called me. Imagine having the FBI call you from their own personal cell phone that quickly and that swiftly. I was like, your girl's about to go to prison. I did something that I don't even know that I remember I did. Like, I was so anxious. I said, Frank, man, you done scared me. No, okay, it wasn't like that. Immediately, he said, you are not in trouble. I remember in that very moment, it felt like the weight of the world left me. But then I instantly thought, what did my brother do? What did my dad do? What did my mom do? Like, why do they want to talk to me, of all people? And I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Turns out, y'all, the FBI is actually on my side. I never thought that, like, cops or the FBI even remotely would care about some YouTuber online. I think genuinely we underestimate some scary, scary comments online. And we always think like certain situations like, oh, something like that would never happen to us. That person was just a troll. I mean, it kind of goes along the lines of like when I got diagnosed with cancer, I thought in my head, like prior to like, oh, that would never happen to me. Like no one's invincible to anything in this world. But turns out that a lot of people reported that very comment that I saw. And I guess they reported it to like authorities, like even higher than like just reporting it to YouTube. The FBI ended up seeing it. Like Frank was like, oh my God, like complimenting me on my following and stuff. This is another part that people tease me about, and it's true. He did compliment me on my following. And I think that just a lot of people do that because I think that's just a nice thing to say. I don't really think that like everyone has been completely genuine when they compliment me, like when I tell them about my following. Like if like the first time I ever saw my tax accountant like 8 years ago, I was complimented by them because they needed to know my job. And then one time like I was signing up for a freaking Costco card years ago and they complimented me on my thing then because you needed to say what your job was. Like I think people just say that to be nice. It doesn't mean they're being 100% genuine. But FBI Frank did compliment me, whether he actually meant it or not, it did happen. But guess what? So they took that comment very seriously, as they should. They did a whole IP address, like tracked him. Oop.
Those knuckles, that is not Portuguese, that is diabetes.
Okay, I'm not gonna say who the person is that left that comment, but it is a guy. And I know his full name. I know where he lives. So they were like worried for me. They were like, do you know this guy? I said, nope, never heard of him. So I don't know. I think it's pretty neat that like, if there is like a fear that I have from a YouTube comment or a message, Frank is there. He said, call me anytime. Aw, FBI Frank being there. I actually did not contact him since then. So if you ever feel threatened or anything like that, I've never talked to the FBI before. So I thought that was like literally the craziest thing. Like they were really, truly worried about my safety. And I don't know, I felt like really safe for a minute there. I just had to share that with you guys. It's so weird. I don't know. I think I'm just like really overly grateful. Like when it happened, this happened like...
Quick, Gorl, think of a law.
I know it's been like over a month, maybe 2 months. I don't really know. But when it happened, I was so scared at the beginning. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? Like, what did I do? But it turns out I didn't do anything. They were actually just there for me. I don't know. So the day that I did get in contact with the FBI, I was actually going over to a friend's house that day. and they were trying to call me, but I was on the phone with the FBI. So then I actually texted my friends and I was like, this isn't even clickbait, because that was something that we used to say, like when we would say something outrageous, we'd be like, this is not clickbait. But I even sent them a text, which you can see here in this screenshot, where I was like, I was just on the phone with the FBI, and I'll explain when I get to your house.
So in this screenshot, Amber said, I was on the phone with the FBI. I wish this was clickbait, lol. The person responded, why? Amber said, I'll explain when we get there.
It makes me feel like comforted, shrimpy. Not gonna lie, watching this video makes me want to do a mukbang.
And y'all don't know this unless you've watched this video unedited on ALR's channel or another reaction channel, but I've cut out minutes of her just chewing. Why does she feel the need to leave that in?
It makes me want to just enjoy a meal with you guys. Something I genuinely love about mukbangs is I eat less in them. Because when I'm eating at home by myself, because I live by myself, I'm usually eating while watching something, and I eat extremely fast, and it's like I'm not sitting there enjoying my meal. But when I film a mukbang, I'm eating slow, talking to you guys in between bites. I don't know, I kind of miss it. The shrimp tastes amazing, but I very much am a texture person, and the texture of shrimp, I've slowly realized that I'm hating it more and more. So like, here's another piece of shrimp. I could have a few pieces and that's like it. Then it just makes me feel sick. Such a true statement. Texture of shrimp is not always the greatest, but thankfully the Singapore rice noodle here in Oklahoma where I live, I don't know if they like cook their shrimp like extra long, but the texture doesn't get me grossed out as bad. But like, if the shrimp is like not cooked for as long as I want it to be, like I can only take a couple bites. It really does taste amazing. 10 out of 10 recommend this. Y'all, behind the scenes, I'm trying to really do some stuff. I genuinely have no idea what I'm talking about there. And I don't know if I actually talk any more about the FBI Frank stuff in this. So I'm going to continue watching this. And if I do have something to say about the FBI stuff, then I will let you know. But I do have a screen recording of me actually speaking to the person who first sent me the FBI card and said the FBI like came by to like speak to you. So I want to show you guys like what I said to them, which is also proof that I was not lying. All right, so I did watch the rest of the video and no more talk of FBI Frank happened. So here I'm going to show you the voice memos that I actually sent the person who contacted me. So here it is. Okay, so I'm sending this in voice memo because I feel like it would be easier. So first of all, thank you so much for reaching out to me. I just got so much anxiety and I was so scared, but I figured I would tell you guys like why they wanted to talk to me, because I just called them, just talked to them, because I don't want you guys worried. I mean, I don't even know if you are, but so I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my God, what did I do? I thought maybe I did something bad and I didn't know, you know? So after calling, the guy got a hold of me, and it turns out they saw a comment on my YouTube page from back in October. And I remember this comment so well, which is really weird because I get so many comments per video, but this comment was threatening to kill me. And I remember it because they were like, yeah, I know exactly where you live, and just like literally threatening to kill me. So I guess the FBI found that comment, which I'm not sure how, but long story short, whoops, I was cut off. But long story short, they actually found the IP address for that account, and they found the guy's name, and they have a picture of him. So they want to show me the guy to see if I like know him or not. I don't know. But I was really scared, but thank you for contacting me. I hope you're doing good. So the last 10 seconds of that voice memo was something personal to them about their life. So I am just saying that obviously I'm going to leave that part out. So the FBI Frank story is absolutely without a doubt real. It did happen. I know it sounds far-fetched. I know it sounds crazy, but it did happen. And due to them not knowing where I live, that obviously raises questions of, was this just a troll? I don't have the answer for you because I don't know. I'm strictly telling you what happened to me. And the whole FBI Frank story is 100% true, troll or not. But like, it seemed very real. All I took out of this video is I want to film a mukbang. I mean, I am dumb, so that probably explains why. Y'all, like, what the heck? Anyways, that is the end of this Reactlin. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
Goodbye. And there we have it. Thoughts? Do we believe her? Personally, Amber could give all the evidence in the world for a claim she's made, and I still wouldn't believe her. All of the years she's been on YouTube are just evidence that she's a perpetual liar. Thank you so much for watching. If you take anything from my channel, let it be that I love and care for each of you. See you soon. Bye-bye.